Yeah, so she kind of laughed at me, and I told her, yeah, but not all units are created equal. Oh, hey guys, it's David with Faramir's Rangers. You got me off guard there again. We're going to be talking about some more units here. And what better to talk about than Prussian units? They got some elite units. This just feels weird talking about units, German units, and yeah, just weird. But we're gonna continue it. We're gonna continue the discussion. Okay, so first up is the Grenadiers. The Prussian Grenadiers are a little bit special in that they're going to have a little bit better accuracy, and they are going to have, average accuracy. Actually, Russia's is the worst. They have 40. They got degraded, but the reloading skill of the Prussians with their units, including their Grenadiers, is going to be higher, and you're talking 10 points higher than the average Grenadier. So 45 versus 35 for other Grenadiers. Very fast shooting Grenadier. Now it's going to have basic melee stats, with the exception of the charge bonus is a little bit better. But even still, a rapid firing Grenadier like the Prussians. The only downfall I would say is that they have yellow pants. No, I'm just kidding. It's not their yellow pants. It's the fact that they're a little bit more expensive. But I don't know. I kind of dig their yellow pants. Maybe you do too. I don't know. But I love their Grenadiers. Prussian Grenadiers are great. Let's move on to the next one. So if you haven't noticed already, next up we're going to be talking about their line infantry. And when last we talked about Poland, Lithuania being just blah blah average, Prussia's anything but. Their lines are going to be the fastest reloading units in the game, even better than Great Britain's for reloading, as you can see here in comparison. So Prussian lines, with the 35 reload, even versus Great Britain's 30, that's tremendous. Now, melee stats, they're not necessarily the greatest on, but it's average. And like I said, so Prussia is a unit, or their line infantry is stuff that you want to keep shooting. You want them to not get into melee fights. You want them to continually be able to shoot. And melee is not their strong suit. Their strong suit is shooting. So that's what you need to key on. Next up is the superior line of Prussia, and this is a platoon firing unit once you have researched it in campaign. But in multiplayer, it is a platoon firing unit, and it is an accuracy of 45 and a reload skill of 45 as well. So very rapid shooting unit. One that you need to make sure you're conserving ammo, because it's not a regular line. You can burn through ammo very quickly, so you need to make sure that you're checking your targets very well, or you'll end up with a unit that is blah blah in melee. Because like I said, Prussians, you got to keep them in melee, not in melee. I screwed that up. You got to keep them shooting, my peeps. Keep them shooting. That's what they're all about. So conserve that ammo. Make sure you're not shooting hills, and you're good to go. Golden. Alright, lifeguards are one of those special units, my friends, with 50 accuracy and 65 reload. It's one of the fastest units that can fire and reload in the game, right behind the Coldstream Guards of Great Britain. So with that, you also have a unit that has great melee with 18 charge bonus, 18 defense, 12 morale. Versus if you go Republic, you get the Republican Guard, and it's just not as good. Only 55 reloading skill, and it's kind of like the difference between Coca-Cola or Pepsi and Bob's Cola. Okay, there's just no comparison. Okay, so let's stick with lifeguards if possible. If you do happen to go Republic, then my suggestion is that you switch to Constitutional Monarch as fast as possible, so you get your lifeguards, if nothing else. Oh, let's talk some Cav now, because that's another area that Prussia's very special with. Now, of course, you're going to get the basic cav like the German Dean and the Regihorse and even the Hussars, which are going to be kind of your, units that are nothing spectacular. Other nations have them, such as United Provinces, and all the nations pretty much have Regihorse. So nothing real spectacular there, but where we get into the spectacular is their Lancers, the Bosniaks. 27 charge bonus, 8 defense, 8 morale. Really good unit. Shot cav, something that really can be used to some really nice effects for hitting a unit and bouncing out and really helping your line infantry can maintain that shooting presence on the battlefield. Now, also, they're going to have Cuirassier, however you pronounce it. I'm sure I'm going to get butchered in the comments below for my pronunciations or whatever. But yeah, they have the metal cuirass on heavy cav, and you have your 17 attack, 15 charge bonus, 12 defense, and 10 morale. So slow moving heavy cav is actually not one of the units that I'm going to use for Prussia's cav, to be honest with you. Oh, now it's time to talk about two of my favorite cav units in the game, the Deathhead Hussars and, drumroll please, the 2nd Hussars, my favorite cav in the game. These two cav are very similar. You're going to see the difference on them is not much. The melee attack 11 on the Deathhead, 13 on the 2nd Hussars. 2nd Hussars have a 17 charge bonus, 11 defense, and 11 morale. And on the Deathhead Hussars, you're going to have 15 charge bonus, 10 defense, 11 morale. These units are very similar, and you can use them very similarly. Very fast moving cav. The 2nd Hussars are actually one of the only melee cav that can actually run down a light dragoon and really smack them around once you get into melee with them. And just keep repeating your charges on them. It's one of the few, like I said, melee cavs that can go toe-to-toe with the light dragoon. So these two units are definitely recommended for your melee cav if you're having to play as Prussia. Alright, let's finish up the cav talking about the Garde du Corps. Garde du Corps cav is going to have 19 attack, 17 charge bonus, 19 defense, and 12 morale. Of course, it's going to have the metal cuirass. It's a heavy cav, and very slow moving though. Now, let's go ahead and move on to light infantry. What? You thought I was actually going to forget about light dragoons? Heck no, let's talk light dragoons. Light dragoons, of course, are going to be just like all the other light dragoons in the game. No other really differences in the stats versus other nations that do have light dragoons, like, again, United Provinces, Great Britain, Poland, Lithuania. All of them pretty much the same spiel, but obviously great thing Prussia having them as well. Now, let's move on to light infantry. Oh, the Prussian light infantry, I just love it so much. Well, first of all, you're going to start off in the campaign getting light infantry, which are going to be, again, similar to other nations that do get light infantry. Of course, you get colonial light infantry as well. But with Prussia, you're going to also have Free Corps, which you'll recruit straight in your German regions. And these Free Corps are excellent units with 50 accuracy, 35 reload, and the special little caveat is you get a little bit more men. In the large size units, instead of having 60, you're going to have 90, or instead of 80, you're going to have 120. So that's a little nice caveat there with these, and they're exceptional units as well. Now, for their riflemen, you're going to have Jaegers, which are they're not going to have any different stats than a basic rifleman for other nations, but again, the Prussian Jaegers are just sweet looking units. I mean, those uniforms on them are just tremendous. I love them to death. Prussians' uniforms are just fabulous, so that right there gives them a 5-star, my friends. Okay, so that finishes up the light infantry portion. Once again, Prussia is a really great firefight unit. Not so much getting into melee. They do have a few units like the lifeguards that are good in melee, but for on whole, they're just going to be average. Where they're way above average is going to be reloading and putting down firepower. So that's what you want to keep Prussia doing, my friends. Alright, so that, I believe, should conclude this episode. Now, as you would probably notice, keen eye, I didn't put regular Dragoons in this discussion, and that's just simply, we've already discussed them, and, you know, there's no point in discussing them versus the Light Dragoon. Anyway, so that is our Prussian unit video for you. I hope you did enjoy it. Hopefully it is helpful for you. If it is, don't forget to hit that like button. It does help the video grow and reach a larger audience. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated, and it is free, by the way. That's a special offer just for you. It will be free if you subscribe right now. You will be able to get a free subscription. Isn't that amazing? That's just amazing, guys. So don't miss out on this once in a lifetime opportunity to be a subscriber of Fairmare's Rangers. Yeah, it's super special. All right, thanks again, guys. We will see you on the next video. Get ready. I believe Russia is next on the unit discussion. We will see you then. Thanks again, guys.